Hi patrons, Happy New Year and welcome to the final monthly bonus video. As you guys probably saw, I did a video and a post on Patreon about some of the changes that are coming up in the new year, about how I'm stepping back from YouTube a bit and focusing more on my blog, and how I'm also removing ads from my channel, which I'm really excited about. And I also made a few changes to the patron perks. So instead of doing these monthly wrap-up bonus videos, we're going to start doing live videos once a month, which you guys, of course, will be invited to and can chat and just hang out. We can talk about whatever, and I'm really excited for those. And those will also be available to patrons who can't participate live but still want to watch it after. That was an issue that we had with the way that I used to do it, but I can do them actually on YouTube as like a private video, a private invite video. So I'm really excited to start those in January. But before we get into the December video, I want to thank you guys so much for your support this year and for your support with these changes coming up. I was so blown away just by the response I got to my video on YouTube and to my post on Patreon. I just really appreciate it and want to thank you guys for just being part of this community and for all your amazing support in 2018. But anyways, let's jump into December's video.
It's weird how you can see my reflection in the mirror. I am just heading out to go deliver my hair. I decided I'm gonna give it to Beautiful Lengths, which is actually run by Pantene, which I don't love. But it's been super hard to research places that are good to donate to. And the Canadian Cancer Society recommends Beautiful Lengths, although after December, they're no longer accepting donations. So I'm gonna get it in before then. But yeah, apparently a lot of these organizations charge people for the wigs, or some of them even charge to make the wigs. I mean, it does cost quite a bit of money to make the wigs. So it is sort of nice that a giant company like Pantene is helping to fund that and offset some of the costs of making the wigs. So that's what I ended up going with, and I chose them because, like I said, the Cancer Society recommends them, and they don't charge patients for the wigs, because that was something that I really wanted to make sure of. But yeah, so I'm gonna send off my hair and hopefully somebody gets a nice wig from it.
So I had a couple sewing projects that I started this month, which unfortunately with the holidays I don't have the final garments to show you guys yet because I haven't finished them. But one of them is a tunic that I'm making with this pattern I got from Friday Pattern Company, which was one of the brands that I worked with on my gift guide. And I'm really excited about this. I think it's more gonna be just like a lounge around kind of tunic. And I also designed a piece which I hope works out. I'm really excited about it. I haven't cut it yet, but I'm making it from this like orangey plaid brushed cotton, and I have had this fabric for years. And when we were moving to Germany, I went through all of my fabrics that I had from school and everything and like gave away quite a few of them, and this one I just couldn't get rid of. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love it. I love the combination of colors. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but there's like orange and kind of a rusty red and purple and green. It's a very unique color combination, but I've always really liked it and I held on to it. I put it in storage in my mother's sewing stash because I knew that at some point I wanted to make something out of it. And I designed this like trapeze dress, so it's sort of going to be a shirt dress with obviously like that, and then this part is going to flare out quite a bit and be quite loose, and I think it's going to be really cute. I hope that it all works out and the pattern works out and everything, because I don't want to sort of waste fabric and do a muslin beforehand. So I think that my pattern is pretty good, though I've checked it all, and I'm gonna double check it one more time before I cut it out, but I'm really excited for that, and hopefully I will have that ready pretty soon to show you guys. I'll definitely post about it on Patreon. But yeah, so I'm really excited for that project. So with the changes coming up on the channel, I've also been working on some other projects, which I can't wait to share with you. One of those has been working on the post about the size survey that I put out. I think it was in September. It's been a long time, but it has taken me, oh my gosh, you guys, like so much time to comb through all of the data. It's way more complicated than I initially thought because, well, you'll see in the post, I found out some pretty interesting things. And yeah, like really, women's bodies are so diverse and there's so many sizes and shapes that really, like, no two bodies are the same. So trying to get data out of this where I can say, oh, here's some, areas that are underserved in the market or some fit changes that need to be made. Like, it is just way more complicated than that. But I've been learning some really interesting things, and that post I'm hoping to have up this week. It's basically done, I think. I just need to sort of put it together and finalize it and maybe go over a few more things. But anyways, I'm really excited to share that with you guys. I'm a bit nervous about it too because I don't think it's what people expect, but anyways, yeah, that'll be coming out soon. Keep an eye out for that. Again, I'll also share it on the Patron message boards. It was so nice to be back in Canada for the holidays. Of course, the last few years we've been in Germany, and so we've had pretty like quiet Christmases, just the two of us, or maybe going on little trips and hanging out with friends. So it was really nice to be back with our families and celebrating with everybody. I decided to sort of unplug during the holidays and wasn't really on social media or filming, so I don't have any B-roll to share with you guys, but it was just really nice to be present and spend time with people and just really enjoy it and kind of unplug. So I loved that. We also had an opportunity, because we were back with our families, to give some experience gifts, which is something I talk about a lot, but not being close to our family, it's a bit trickier. Like, you can still give things like, movie passes or restaurant gift certificates, but we wanted to do things with people. And probably the best experience gift we gave was for my niece. She is 4 years old and she really wanted to go to this amusement park that we have here. And so we took her there and we had so much fun going on the rides and playing together. And yeah, it was just a really amazing way to spend time together during the holidays. And yeah, it was just like such a wonderful thing to do, and I think so much better than just like giving her something. Christmas actually was pretty good for us gift-wise. Again, I was a bit nervous about this because living in a totally different country, you're not as likely to get random gifts that you don't want. And I think it went pretty well. We only got one unwanted gift, which was from like a really kind of distant relative. We had no idea that she would be getting us a gift. So it was a pretty big surprise to us. Obviously, we sort of graciously accepted it and we'll be re-gifting it. But other than that, basically all the gifts we got were either consumables, things like tea or chocolate or cookies, which is awesome, or money or gift cards for places that we go to anyways. So that was really wonderful. I was so happy that we didn't get a bunch of unwanted gifts, and it went over really well with our families. Ben's family was actually apologizing so much to us that they didn't have more gifts for us, and we were like, no, this is wonderful. This is exactly what we want and exactly what we asked for. Like, please don't feel bad. So that was kind of weird that they felt bad even though they were giving us exactly what we wanted. I do feel very lucky though that our families are very receptive to our wishes, because I know some people really struggle with gift giving and unwanted gifts. But yeah, I don't know, I was really happy with how all of that went down and just the amount of time that we got to spend together. Something else that we started doing this month, which is pretty, I don't know, it's like a whole new world for me, is we started house hunting. And I've never owned a house before. This is something totally new for both of us. We decided that we will very likely be sticking around in Edmonton for at least a few years. We want to spend more time with our families. We haven't been able to decide where we want to live, and with Ben's work and our families here, it just kind of makes sense for us to stay here. So we have decided that we are going to buy a house, and yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say about it. It's just so new. The areas that we're looking in, we're basically looking at pretty old houses. So there's a lot to like think about in terms of, what work has been done to the house, like what we can afford, what kind of money we might have to put into the house to fix up certain things like windows or roofs or plumbing or electrical. And yeah, it is just a whole new world for us. It's pretty interesting. I've been learning a lot and researching a lot, and You know, we've been talking to realtors and going to see houses to just kind of get a sense of what we like and what we don't like and what neighborhoods we want to live in. And yeah, it's just a really big decision. I don't know, we've always just rented, and we always knew that we were just going to be somewhere for, you know, a fairly short time and didn't care that much about what, you know, the place we were renting was like. But obviously, if you're buying something, you want it to be like the right place for you. But anyways, I am rambling about this, but that has been kind of a new thing that I've been experiencing this month. And I'm also trying to think about like the sustainability aspect of buying a property and a house, and like we ideally want something that's a bit more higher density where we can rent out the basement or maybe even have like a garden suite or something, because especially where we're living, like urban sprawl is a huge problem. And like I want to buy something that isn't brand new, but then that also comes with potentially other issues. And I want to make sure, you know, things like the insulation is really good so we're not wasting energy, like it has newer windows that aren't just leaking energy, that the house in general is fairly energy efficient. We've also been looking into the possibility of installing solar panels and solar energy. But there's just a whole lot to think about. I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's just something that's really new to me and something I haven't really ever had to think about before. So that's kind of a new adventure that we're on. I've also been having camera problems, which I really need to figure out because my camera keeps just randomly like dying, which has been horrible for filming. But anyways, that was basically the month, and this is the last monthly bonus video, but I am really looking forward to our live chats, which will start next month, and just to have more of a conversation with you guys and chat about different things. The camera died again, and the lighting got weird. But anyways, thank you guys so much for your support, and just so much for your support with these changes that are coming up. I really hope that you're going to enjoy some of the things that I have coming out and that you appreciate the ad-free channel. I really need to wrap up this video because the camera's dying every 10 seconds, but I hope that you guys have the most incredible 2019. I wish you all the best, and just, yeah, thank you guys again, and bye.